Am I the a-hole for not giving my boss my first class seat? Yesterday, my boss and I were flying home from a conference. We were on the same flight, but our original seats weren't next to each other. I'm a frequent traveler on this airline and use their credit card, so I often get free upgrades to first class. I got upgraded on this flight, and my boss did not. After the flight, when we were collecting our bags, she said she wanted to talk to me about my, quote, lack of respect for protocol. She thinks that because the company paid for my original ticket and she is more senior than me, I should have given her the first class seat. I think this is absolutely insane. While the company paid for my seat, it's my own personal credit card spending and frequent travel that earned me that upgraded seat. She's just jealous. Is this some sort of corporate standard I'm not aware of? Am I the a-hole? Okay, I really love this response, okay? Not the a-hole. If you want to see going forward, you could always email HR and ask, X happened while on this trip, and manager Y advised that I should have done Z. Can you point me to where I can review the protocols so I know going forward? It documents the incident without being accusatory and lets you be able to cite chapter and verse if there's a next time. OP responds, this is a really helpful suggestion. Thank you. She's retaliated against other employees who've raised concerns about her attitude with HR before, so this tact feels a little more comfortable for me than an outright complaint. This person that commented clearly knows their You're letting HR know while also informing yourself of the protocols. So we do have an update. Thanks to the many of you kind Redditors who made me realize, 1, I was not the a-hole in the situation. 2, I was in a very toxic work situation. I took the advice many of you gave me and clarified the policy with HR. The company, of course, did not have this policy. I also took your advice and got out of that job quickly, and I'm happy to say I'm starting a new job in 3 weeks. Well, that's good. I wouldn't want to work for a person like that either. I know the person who will be my supervisor on my new job, and she's very kind and a normal person. Pretty nervous to give my notice to the toxic boss on Monday, but oh well. If she's nasty, then my 2 weeks notice will just become an immediate resignation. We live in a one-party consent for recording state, and I plan to record the phone conversation to protect myself. I love that for you. So in case you're wondering, OP left an update in the comments. Apparently it was like very uninteresting. No drama happened when she resigned. Boss was just like,
what do you mean? Why do you want to quit?
what do you mean? What do you mean? I'm a great boss. No, you're not. You're petty and silly. So, are you the a-hole for not giving your boss your first class seat? No. Am I the a-hole for ignoring my boss and blocking his number on my vacation? My boyfriend, 29 male, and I, 26 female, are currently long distance. We take turns visiting each other. He came to see me after almost 2 months of not seeing each other. We were finally able to make plans. I requested to have 5 days off, which was approved from my job. I worked there for 6 years. I'm a security guard at a department store. It was after my shift and I was heading out quickly. I had to pick up my boyfriend from the airport. I clocked out, and while I was saying bye to everyone, my new boss of 2 weeks stopped me.
Stop!
He asked if I could cover a shift, since one of my coworkers called in sick. We are short-staffed and he needed me to stay for a couple hours more. I had a 10-hour shift. I was exhausted. I responded, no, I'm sorry, but I'm unable to do that and I can't stay late. I've covered shifts before in the past. I don't mind, but I had somewhere to be. I mentioned I was picking up someone from the airport. He told me they could take an Uber. My boyfriend wouldn't be happy with him if I did this to him. Also, he has no key to my apartment. No one else wanted to stay, and I was the third person he asked that said no. I said, sorry, I can't just tonight, another time. I firmly believe that you, as a boss, should be prepared to cover anyone's shift that isn't available. Like, you don't have to do it, that's their job, but in a situation like this, you should be able to fill in. He called me a lousy worker and I'm not a team player. They always use the team player today. This ain't baseball. I said, I guess I'm not a team player, and I walked past him. I called out, I'll see him in 5 days. While driving to the airport, I kept getting calls and texts from him. It got so bad that I had to pull over to turn my phone off. My boss wanted me to come back to work. Okay, at this point, I feel like it's just really unnecessary. I had to turn on my phone so my boyfriend could contact me. My phone was flooded with text messages, ding after ding. I think I got close to 15 texts. I blocked his number. I was so happy to see my boyfriend. I was getting emails from my boss constantly when I was supposed to be on my time off. I didn't respond and I rarely take vacation. One, he was asking me stuff I didn't know the answer to. Second, even if I did, I'm not telling him. I don't know, I was starting to get petty. I still had fun with my boyfriend. When I got to work, my boss called me into his office. He blew up at me for being unprofessional and he's still new to this job. I should have helped or at least replied to the emails. I responded, other people could have helped him. It's not my responsibility when it's my vacation time. I got my first write-up ever. Is this something I'm missing? Did I do something inherently wrong here? I'm actually considering to report him. He's still new to this job. Am I the a-hole? I think that any boss that bothers someone outside of work hours, and this is coming from someone who had a boss that would call me outside of work hours at 7 p.m. at night. And when I tell you, my heart, I could never answer a phone call or a text from this boss again. It just gave me such anxiety to see that. I wasn't getting paid for these conversations. They would be hour-long conversations. People I know have bosses like that where they would bother their employees in the middle of the night and force them to be on the phone with them and answer their questions. And it's not your job to train this boss. Update. I sent an email to my HR with all the emails, texts, and call logs, any other evidence I have. My job isn't on call, so I don't understand why he was bothering me. He is my age, roughly. On a happier note, my boyfriend and I are planning on moving in together. Okay, good. So they're going into HR to kind of have a little discussion, but OP says that they're gonna quit the job, so it is what it is. So are you the a-hole for ignoring your boss and blocking his number while on vacation? Of course not. You ain't getting paid enough for that. Am I the a-hole for saying no to my boss after she asked me to watch her kids this weekend? So, my 22 female sister is getting married this coming weekend, and I'll be gone Thursday to Sunday. I've had this known that I was going to be gone for 7 months. 7 months. I would even remind every month or so just so I knew she knew. I nanny 2 amazing kids who are 6 and 8. This is the first time I've ever asked to have some time off. My boss has always been like,
oh yeah, sure, sounds like a beautiful wedding.
However, I got a text 2 hours ago saying she really needs me this weekend and she couldn't find anyone else. But I know how to act calm since, that's my job to stay happy and calm. I texted her back a quick apology, but said I don't really want to miss my sister's wedding and she's my only sibling. Well, boss woman went off the deep end and said if I didn't show up to watch her kids this weekend that I won't have a job come Monday. I replied with this exactly. I'm so sorry that you're having a hard time looking for someone to cover. I can reach out to a few nanny friends I have to see if any of them would like to pick it up. This is a once in a lifetime moment for my sister, and if it means I will lose my job, then sadly I will have to accept that. I love it when people expect you to treat your job like it's your life. I do love this job and your kids, and I hope we can work something out. I think it would devastate the kids, but you do what you need to do, and I will accept that. She threw a few insults at me and said I'm abandoning her kids. Sorry, why can she not look after her own kids again? Doesn't surprise me that she has a hard time finding a nanny. I don't know what to do. I don't want to get a new job because I work so well with these 2 kiddos. I mean, it's very clear that your boss, the mom, does not respect that you need to take time off sometimes. Her kids are not your life. Even though I understand you have a good relationship with them. I get it. But you've never taken time off before. You've been a good employee and there's clearly no reward for that. You can't even take time off to go to your own sister's wedding without getting berated by somebody. Is it really worth it to keep that job? Not really. Plenty of people looking for childcare out there. You'd be fine. My mom told me I was an a-hole for so quickly accepting that I might get fired and told me that work just sucks sometimes and you have to suck it up. Mom said I should be an adult and just miss my sister's wedding. Are you kidding me right now? I don't know, should I? Am I really being that big of an a-hole for saying no? No, you're not. You're stating a boundary. Just to clarify, me and my mom don't have a good relationship. I didn't ask her for advice. She was in the room with my sister and I as I was venting to my sister. I would have gone no contact at 18 if it wasn't for my dad. Can we please stop talking about it now? I have a lot of trauma from her. That's for another day, okay? I don't think it matters what your mom says if that's the case, so her. She's not the boss of you. I mean, even the person that is the boss of you isn't the boss of your life.